Hello, students. I want to ask you one question. How would you feel if children in your locality tell you that their parents have asked them to avoid playing with you as you belong to a particular community? I know you may either feel angry or humiliated, and you may also wonder how people can discriminate on such grounds as religion. So, with this regard, today's chapter is Secularism in India of class 8th, Civics chapter 2. Let's learn about this chapter. First of all, what is secularism? Secularism refers to the separation of religion from the state. Essentially, it means non intervention of religion in matters relating to politics, society, education, etc. A secular country does not sponsor any particular religion, does not encourage religious instruction in government run educational institutes. In short, the state adopts an unbiased approach towards all the religions. Now, separating religion from the state is very important and essential thing. But why? There are many reasons for this. So let's learn about them. The first reason is for the smooth functioning of democracy. It is very essential to separate the religion from the state. As in present day scenario, usually various religious communities inhabit a country, and among these different religious groups, one function will be majority and others are in minority. So, it is very important for proper working of the democratic system, imperative to separate religion from the state. The next is to protect the fundamental rights. It is also a very significant concern for separation of religion and state and to defend the liberty of all citizens. This means that everyone should be free to live or embrace any religion, interpret spiritual teaching, as well as voice his or her view against any teachings and observance of a religion. Next is to preserve India's unity. It is also very important to separate religion from the state. By giving equal importance to all religions, our constitution promotes harmony between different religious groups. Now, the topic comes secularism in India. So, student, as you know, India is a country that promotes unity in diversity. For this unity, we have to check certain things so that the diversity and the unity in our country should be maintained and every citizen should be treated as equal. For this, the government should check the dominance of one religious community over another religious community. It should be checked that oppression of some members by other members of the same religious groups will not happen. The state will also neither enforce any religion and nor take away the religious freedom of its citizen. So, for most, the Indian state does not support any religion. The other approach adopted by the Indian state to promote the idea of secularism is through the policy of non-interference. It means that government respects the outlook of all religious communities and does not interfere in their customs and practices. So, at times, state intervention take place in the form of support of religious organization for established educational institutions only, and the government gives grants of non-preferential basis in such cases, so that there will be no clashes, there will be no tensions in different communities of India. Now let's learn some similarities and some comparison in different democratic countries. As we know that India is not only the single country with secularism. So in this topic, we'll have a look on the democracy of India and United States. Both countries are democratic and both countries give freedoms to its citizens. Just like Indian Constitution, the American Constitution also declares that there is no official religion and no religion can seek special treatment from the state. In addition, the legislature cannot pass any law that restrict freedom of religion. Moreover, the American Constitution strictly prohibits both the state and religion from interfering in each other's affair. But there is a little difference also in both the democratic country. The Indian government intervenes in religious affairs if the practices are unjust and infringe the rights of the weaker sections of the society. However, the Constitution of USA does not allow either the state or religion to intervene in each other's matter. And this is the most evident distinction between the constitution of the two biggest democracies in the world. With this, we end up this chapter here.